Hey Charles, I know that the title was only won at the last race, but I appreciate you probably realised for a few races it was going to be difficult. When you look back at this year, what have Ferrari got to do differently, do you think, next year to try and kind of sustain a longer title challenge?
Execute Sundays better. That is a very simple answer, but that execution there's a lot of things into it: tire management, reliability, strategy, communication. So we need to work as a whole on the Sunday execution, and because if I look the first part of the season, we were really competitive, but on the Sunday there was not enough the result that we expected and were working for.
How important is it to get a win or maybe more in these final few races from a morale perspective, but I guess also on a personal level as well, just to try and end this year strongly?
Yeah, it is important to get that consistency of always being at the top and knowing that there was nothing left more. So I hope we can achieve that.
Hey George, I know Merck have got some upgrades this weekend, and I appreciate that you're probably going to say they're not a massive step, but it's just great that progress continues at the team as you try to make a step forward.
Yeah, it's not really a massive step, but we're trying. Everybody's working incredibly hard at the moment to bring stuff forward to almost try and test ahead of next season. I think we're in a position now that obviously the season has passed us, and the championship was probably out of reach a long time ago. But we're trying to use these last remaining races as a chance to test some things and make sure that we've got all the information for the team back at the factory to work as hard as they can over the winter in the wind tunnel to give us a fighter for next season.
How tough has it been this year? Because I guess you would have come into this year with anticipation of what it could have been, and it hasn't really played out that way.
I mean, it's all relative at the end of the day. I mean, this season's still been the best season of my career. 7 podiums. I think we've had a lot of very good races, and I think you've got to take the positives from, I'm not going to call this a difficult situation, but from a performance side, we're not where we want to be. But you can't just sit there and sulk and be upset with everything. As a team, we've done a really great job. They've done a really great job with reliability from the PU side, from the car side. There's a lot of positives to take away from this season. Obviously, the one we're missing, the main one, was just a little bit more lap time.
Great, sir.
Thank you.
So Max, what's the last week been like as world champion?
Still a little bit busy, to be honest. I had like 1.5 days at home initially, but then I started to do some filming, some simulator work at the factory to prepare the upcoming 2 races, and it was okay. I mean, it was just nice to be home as well and just take your time off and just really chill out, to be honest.
Still got half the job to do, I guess, with the Constructors' Championship this weekend. How are you feeling about this track and this car this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we are, of course, going to try to win it here. I think it's, of course, in general, very important to us to win that title, but at the other hand, I mean, it needs to go severely wrong for the last 2 races to not win that one. So I'm not too stressed about it.
Great stuff. Have fun.
All right.